to order the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu through what he calls a more productive political solution. In the petition to the president, Ozekome wants the president to instruct the Attorney General of the Federation to enter a nolle prosequi. He says this is to correct what he describes as a long-standing travesty. The senior advocate also pointed to the July 2022 ruling of the United Nations Working Group on arbitrary detention, which the Nigerian government filed in response to the UN agency's communication.
Well, for more on this issue, we're now being joined by the senior advocate of Nigeria himself, Chief Mike Ozekome, who is the lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much, senior advocate, for joining us on the news tonight. We do appreciate your time. Just to start this conversation, you say you are appealing to the president to release Nnamdi Kanu through a more productive political solution. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah, what it means is that you may win the war without winning the peace. So at the end of the day, it is always better to have peace, lasting peace, not what Chief M.K. Abiola will call peace of the graveyard or peace of the cemetery. So I wrote to the president a 38-page letter with an executive summary of 3 pages, pleading with Mr. President to please release Nnamdi Kanu immediately and unconditionally, because Nnamdi Kanu's trial, as far as the facts have shown, and as far as I'm concerned as his lawyer, is nothing but a political trial. Nnamdi Kanu is only a metaphor for the Igbo struggle for self-determination. And self-determination is recognized as a right by several international instruments. The United Nations Charter, Section 1, United Nations Charter of 1945, Section 1 of the International Covenant on Political and Social Rights of the People, Section 1 of the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights of the People, Section 20 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. All of them recognize self-determination to determine your destiny, how you want to live, as a necessary concomitant of human beings as homo.
Greetings, wonderful people, great Biafrans, friends of Biafra, people of goodwill all over the world. As you now directly know, my name is Barrister Efe Omote Biafra, and I'm the Robo Biafra activist from Ugeli North, Ogun Province, in Biafra land. And if it's your first time when they come across this page, Omote Biafra TV, like and follow this page so you go to get notified each time we say we day live. I go urge us make we share this broadcast because this page they under restriction and the notification on the go out. So if you not share, then others go no say we day here. And we can also boost them by putting enough love and like. This video, this interview that was shared by Arise TV for what do they call them? With the Arise TV interview Barrister Ozekome, Sen Ozekome, the lawyer of our supreme leader, Mazi Kanu, when he say it did for incarceration for DSS dungeon. So now later early hour of today, I stumble see this the update concerning our leader letter and all those things. So a lot of people they try to, some individual gullible minds that they won't try to come they beat around the bush, won't try to come they one time to they see the issue from another perspective and all that. So lucky before I just come live now, I just see this video. They share it to me. Biafran shared it to me, and I said, okay, let me listen to this video. It never even reached how many hours ago. Then I find out say the main explanation about that letter now be the content of this very video. You know, say up until now, we don't let them know say IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now they be the master of the old master. Now that be the Odigbo. Now that they said, now that if they push their enemy, they go tell them where, as in they go show them where they go also land. The last time, Mazi, I want to talk about something about which they call an IPOB the strategy. Some people don't know. They don't know the meaning and the reason why it talk all these things. Most of this recent development, what would they see today? So now to facilitate what we say, what would they do, and to also keep the word on record. These are some of this development what they see. So now evidence will be say not only for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release, now evidence will be say Biafrans thing even before Biafra is restored and beyond. Now things will be say they go there for archive when we say those who are behind or those who are involved in this kidnap and incarceration of the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra, all of them will be brought to book. And those people when they mock and use until they talk all manner of things. They talk say IPOB leadership. They call us ED political solution, because of the how the person where they follow they brainwash them, because you know one enlighten them. You know say Ohomadike. Sorry, we will continue to play the video, but I just want to lay this foundation before we go continue to play the video. You know say Ohomadike, if anything there for our side or anything come outside, when we say we don't know about, we don't understand the English, or we don't understand the content of that message, Ohomadike go for a platform. He go break and down. He go explain it to us. He go bring out to our own understanding. I'm not that surprised. Say this person could not explain the meaning of political solution or political dialogue and all those things, because him himself, he don't know it. So he cannot give what you don't have. It's more like you are telling somebody who is naked to give you clothes to wear. Somebody who is naked, I want to give you clothes to wear. Now get clothes. Now I go give you clothes to wear. When you say you need clothes to wear. So now I make this thing so all those individuals. Sorry, I know I read comments first. Make another distracted. In the car I go, I see you there. Or look TV, I see you there. So those people now, some of them now they turn around now. They talk say now so it be. But recently the same person they say they won't declare no flying zone. They won't do guerrilla warfare. They won't do all those one. They won't do all those one. See, when they talk say follow no road, my brothers and sisters, my fellow Biafrans, follow no road. I titled this broadcast this evening. I said Biafran rejoice, for you have finally destroyed your enemies. These are the signs of defeat for the Zoological Republic. These are the signs of defeat to the infiltrators. These are the signs of defeat even to the colonial masters. Now just the beginning, now with the see so many things go they afford when we say the kidnap of Ohomadike, it go come be big as in plus. It will come be big plus. It will come be something where we say we're not going to remember the pain again, but we're going to remember the victory where we say we get out of hand. So I'm going to play this thing. Today as I'm talking to you, my people, the zoo is totally gone. The zoo is totally gone. The educational setup for the zoo, we go analyze them. Yesterday now I see the news. Say zoo educational system don't divide into 3. The zoo is gone for good. Biafrans must rejoice, because now determination, what do they call it? Hard work. Now they bring all these things. Now they bring all these things, all this defeat for the Zoological Republic. So let us play this voice.
So that was how Nnamdi Kanu in 2012 founded Ipob, a non-violent organization. We all saw the marching of the streets of Umuahia, Aba, Onitsha, Enugu, and elsewhere. blowing whistle, marching, singing, wearing beret. They were not violent until the 14th of September 2017, when through Operation Python, the Nigerian army invaded the ancestral home of Nnamdi Kanu with his father in residence, Eze Kanu, using Operation Python. In that operation, about 28 unarmed and innocent Nigerians were brutally mowed down. Nnamdi Kanu escaped through his teeth with the whiskers and landed first in Rome and then Israel, where he deposed to an affidavit to show the circumstances under which he had run away from Nigeria, that he did not jump bail which had been granted to him. Whilst on that bail in United Kingdom, as a citizen of UK, Nnamdi Kanu visited Kenya. And on the 26th of June, 2021, Nnamdi Kanu was forcibly abducted, like was done to Maru Diko on the 9th of July, 1984. He was kidnapped, forcibly abducted, blindfolded, tortured, and brutally, horrifically renditioned back to Nigeria without Nigeria undergoing the due process of extradition law. Exactly. And going by the doctrine of specialty, which says you can only be brought back to face the trials on which you have been rendered, not existing counts, right, and not the existing counts on which you were being tried. So when Nnamdi Kanu was brought back, they had to again amend the 15-count charge, the 8-count charge that were against him before he was brutally brought back to Nigeria, to 50 counts. I went to court, argued against the counts as being not valid. The court struck out 8 of the 15 counts, right, remaining 7, yes, for over which we have appealed to the Court of Appeal. I have made this appeal to Mr. President because you notice that being the metaphor for the Igbo struggles, even though it's not physically outside prison, outside the gulag of SSS, where it's currently being kept under inhuman and degrading treatment, as found by the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Arrest in its report and ruling of 20th of July this year. The Igbos of the Southeast still obey him on any day his matter is coming up by sitting at home. Yes. This grinds to a halt businesses and the normal way of life. What I have done, right, is to appeal to Mr. President to use extrajudicial means, okay, not by force, but by calling upon the Attorney General to use Section 174 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as altered, as amended, to enter a nolle prosequi for Nnamdi Kanu. What does it mean?
If I may come in,
continue the present counts charge going against him.
And one of those counts, Mr. Michael Zekome, is treasonable felony. Can you really have a political solution to treason charges? I mean, are there any precedences for that in Nigeria, for example? And what really would be the implications if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, especially when you say UN group had asked the government to release Nnamdi Kanu?
Yeah, the consequences for a country is to turn a country into a pariah nation. If United Nations Organization, the Charter of 1945, to which you are a signatory, you are a charter, you are a citizen of the world, by being recognized by the United Nations, and it has given a ruling, and you ignore it, there are usually consequences. Such a country is turned into a pariah nation. When you talk about treason, Section 15 of the Extradition Act says you can only rendition a person back, not for counts that were already going on, but for the matter you think he has done wrong there. So the United Nations Working Group indicted the Nigerian government and the Kenyan government for brutally bringing Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria and keeping him under horrendous treatment. Treason, there are no counts really bordering on treason. The nearer they have is what they call treasonable felony. But we have shown the counts for what they are: empty, hollow, vain, vacuous. Counts that have no substance, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That was why we were able to strike out to get 8 counts struck out, remaining 7, which we have told the Court of Appeal to also strike out. If you accuse a person, for example, of making a broadcast, you didn't state where he made the broadcast.
Exactly.
Whether it was in the spirit world, or in the land of the dead,
Yes.
or in ghost land. And then you are saying that based on that voice, which can be simulated, that some people demonstrated in Nigeria and burnt houses. Some military people were also affected. I hope the government will be able to call about 1 million Nigerians out of Nigeria's 280 million people to come and testify to show what effect they said a broadcast from an unknown destination, contrary to the Federal High Court Act and contrary to decisions by the Supreme Court, that you must state the venue of an offense and the time. They did not state. Would they be able to have up to 1 million Nigerians to come and state, okay, you made this broadcast? That is why some people broke ribs. The counts themselves are ludicrous and ridiculous. The nearest they would have got is that he imported the transmitter.
All right, so
to where Obulu is Sizo. Anambra State, which the Federal High Court in Abuja has no jurisdiction over. So I am telling President Buhari that as the president of Nigeria, he can look at the larger picture, not at the smaller picture. He must see the cup as half full, not as half empty.
All right.
He must see Nnamdi
If I may
Kanu
come in here,
from the binoculars that is being persecuted,
Okay.
his political persecution, as found out by the United Nations Working Group on arbitrary detention.
Okay, senior advocate, I mean, you've written this to the president. I wonder if there's been any response. And I also like to ask you, because the president has been asked this question only recently in an interview, and he said he would not interfere with the judiciary. Kanu's case is in the court. Let the judiciary take its course. Let the case take its course in court. But I also want to ask you, as a senior advocate of Nigeria, is it that you do not have faith in the system, in the judiciary, for this case to run its course?
To start with, the case itself is political. When I see political cases, I know them. I've practiced law for 41 years. When the president says he will not interfere with the judiciary, no one is saying he should interfere with the judiciary. I do not expect Mr. President to go before the judge and say, hello, I want you to withdraw this case. I've struck it out. It doesn't go that way. Nor will I ever advocate for that. What I do say is that the president is the appointer of Abubakar Malami, the attorney, a senior advocate of Nigeria, the attorney general of the federation. Have you not seen in the last 7 years many political cases, many cases involving federal government appointees that were discontinued with a nolle prosequi? That is not interference with the judiciary. It is a right, a constitutional right given to the attorney general of the federation under section 175 of the constitution, that you can undertake, you can continue, you can discontinue, you can withdraw any charge that is already going on, whether initially filed by you or by any other person or authority. But the Attorney General cannot do this by himself because he's an appointee of Mr. President, because the tail cannot wag the dog, because the messenger cannot become greater than the person who sent him a message. That is why I'm saying the president, as commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Nigeria, and as the president, using his executive powers under section 5 of the constitution, does have the power to instruct the attorney general to say, look, it is more politically, socially, culturally, economically productive to have Nnamdi Kanu released immediately and unconditionally from detention, so that there will be peace again in the restless southeast part of Nigeria. Is southeast not a part of Nigeria? Have you not seen that each day Nnamdi Kanu is going to court, or when they believe that he's going to court, that the entire place is locked down, and that has been going on for over 3, 4, 5 years? Is Mr. President, can he not see Southeast as part and parcel of Nigeria and discover that the best solution to this is political solution? That is not interference with the judiciary. It is by simply instructing the Attorney General of the Federation, who will do what the law says he can do under Section 174 of the Constitution. I assure you, my dear sister, that is not interference with the judicial function. Rather, it is in compliance with our judicial tenets.
Yeah, but there are others who would say that this might just set the wrong precedents and wrong signals to those who may want to take up arms against the country in the name of ethnic or regional agitations. And I'd also like you to address, in the event that President Muhammadu Buhari does not listen to your plea, apart from the indictment by the UN Council, what else can the UN Council do to intervene in this matter?
Well, the UN has various sanctions that can be imposed on a country that willfully defies any of its agencies, particularly on matters having to do with human rights of the citizens. The UN, in this case, through its agency, has found that Nnamdi Kanu was brutally tortured, that even we, his lawyers, are not given access to him, and that we are even being dehumanized. Do you know when we visit SSS, everything, every single thing, up to pen, up to coins, up to naira notes, up to handkerchief, up to your shoes have to be removed before you can see Nnamdi Kanu? How do I confer with my client without a file, without books, without papers for us to have ideas? That is not a fair trial. The same people who accuse him, who got him renditioned back to Nigeria forcefully, under torturous circumstances, blindfolded, on the 26th of June 2021, are the same people who investigated him, who accused him, who are prosecuting him, and they are the people who are also his custodians, keeping him under solitary confinement with his health failing on a daily basis. His health failing. Nnamdi Kanu's health is failing on a daily basis. And we have begged, let an independent doctor look at him, particularly having regard with his potassium content, the potassium content in his body. And he's draining away. And he's kept in solitary confinement. He can only be open on certain days of the week just to see the sun. Don't you know vitamin D that you must have the sun? Now, if the government does not do that, that means the government is saying, telling the United Nations, go to hell. Although we are part and parcel of you, we can do anything we want to do and ignore you. And there are consequences. Many of them, legal, constitutional, international, conventional, and including a country being turned into a pariah in a way that when you speak, they will say, oh, don't mind them. They are not rule of law compliant. That is not the kind of image we want. I know President Buhari, I'm sure, and I urge him not to leave behind such a legacy. Didn't he just tell the hunger last week when he was here that he wants to leave behind a legacy of adherence to rule of law and a free and fair election and electoral process? This is one such time that Mr. President is being called upon to walk the talk that you just said last week by releasing Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, forthwith, immediately. And it caused the government no harm. Nnamdi Kanu will simply come, go back to his village. The entire Igbo people will come out jubilating. Everybody will be happy. Can't you see that the tension is too much? We can, instead of self-immolating, self-destructing, we can self-build. We can build confidence. We can stretch our hands across the Niger, across the Benue. We can incorporate everybody. We can have rapprochement. We can bring about peace, genuine peace that leads to egalitarianism. Peace, not peace of the graveyard or cemetery, but peace that is built with mutual respect
Yeah,
so
that point
the
has
Igbo man,
been...
we also feel they are part and parcel of this country.
That point has been well...
And it's the same
it has been well made. If I may just...
Sunday Igboho,
yes,
who was also arrested,
right.
I've written severally on it, that he should also, because his determination for Oduduwa Republic is not a crime known international law.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. That's the point I'm trying to raise with you. If it were not signal to non-state actors and other ethnic agitators that they can actually go ahead, in the event that President Muhammadu Buhari really responds to your appeal.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You and I, we are living in Nigeria. You are talking about harmless people who are not armed. Are you not aware that in this country, some Boko Haram, some people accused of Boko Haram were released and traded for others by way of a quid pro quo? They say, okay, release some of us, then we will release some of your detained citizens. Are you not aware that that has gone on in this country? So what is the bad precedent of saying a non-violent person should be released from detention, from illegal detention, a detention that the United Nations has been found to be illegal and to be unconstitutional and to be torturous? I do not see anything that is setting any bad precedent there in a situation where as a matter of fact, some Boko Haram and armed bandits are being released in exchange for some of their members, where kidnappers are demanding from parents of children they have kidnapped to buy tarodo, tatache, tomatoes, vegetable oil, palm oil, ugba, to buy salt, to buy rice, for them, beans, yams, for them to feed their children so as to keep them alive, to enable the parents pay ransom for them. What is the long precedent here that we are just saying find a political solution by going through the tenets and the provisions of the law? I do not personally see anything wrong with that at all, and there's none that I know of. And I cannot see it leading to any floodgate or any resurgence by other people coming to say, criminals coming to say, oh, you must also give me reprieve. It does not happen that way. How many Nnamdi Kanus do you have in Nigeria? And how many Sunday Igbohos do you have in Nigeria? These are people who have carried the specter of their people on their heads, and they have become a metaphor for their self-determination struggle.
Right, Mr. Mike Ezokome, senior advocate of Nigeria and lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu, the Ipob, proscribed Ipob leader. Thank you so much for joining us on News.
Go kill you there, useless woman. So, my people, you have all listened to this interview by Arise News TV, when I interview Barrister Sen Ozekume, our Supreme Leader lawyer. So now, I play this video for clarification for those people who are trying to misinterpret or they don't understand the contents of that letter. You know, say, our leader, they talk every day, say if you won't hide something for white man, he say make you put them for inside book. Some of them will not even take their time to even read the content of that letter very well. Some of them just saw only the headline, the way that they put them for their newspaper, and then they carry and they go for that place. Not mind the woman, very, very useless woman. All these people, they go prison last. So you see all these people when they talk say proscribe. So they go prison. They will go to prison. This kind of woman now, where country, where law really there for country. This kind of woman talk this kind of thing. Say law there for country. He talk this kind of thing. Say I be the proscribed leader. If you not go pull that proscribed, say they will collect your job. Even if you put the proscribed, they not put the proscribed. If they want to collect your job for you, they go collect your job for you. Not be what is they call an ahara. Not when they go they share, they give all of them, they don't return on a job give on both married women, no married women. Not be a god down and they give them. Now god down and they give them. So you call and proscribe or not call and proscribe. All of you now go use on head take carry waiting be say a big person. What they do for them. So my people. The main what is they call the main reason why this video is very necessary, is very important. They say now to clarify, because our people, ETCOG, that they good in listening, that they good in to the watch than reading. So some of them will not even open they just see the headline. They're not going to even open this thing, make they all read down. They go just start to the talk. Some of them go even go for comment section. Now for true comment section now then too now will come they give their own opinion. So that is why this video is very necessary for us to make this video go viral. Make we share it far, wide, and near to make sure that this video gets to every one of them, so that them go understand the content of that this thing. There is nothing like what is it called? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is giving up, or Ipob are giving up, or with anybody is giving up for the struggle for Biafra. Like I tell you now, Ipob is being run for what is they call her for with the day law abiding. That is why we don't come to this far when with this. We are not lawless people. We are not lawless people. We never declare full-blown war. We are still operating under the law, both internationally and what do they call them, and locally. We see they operate under the law, and that is why our issue can be addressed anywhere. That is why we can table our issue and it will be discussed anywhere, anytime, any day. We still dey law abiding. So we are still following the law. That is why everything that is when they concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the restoration of Biafra, it is being addressed as in according to law. If we have gone out of law, we don't go against the law. None of all these things where barrister when Sen Azakome they talk, so no, if you not fit come on national TV they talk, because they will not be defense. They will not be defend. If you check people who are defending bandits and Boko Haram, who are defending Miyetti Allah, Fulani terrorists and all those people, you will see that the only thing when they defend, they will say they are hungry, they are doing this one, the government should come there to table this one. There is no legal what do they call them, quotes. Maybe as Barrister Zakome they talk and just say section 66 or this one, section 11 this one, section 1. There is no law, there is no section in the law that you can quote to back Boko Haram, or that you can quote to back bandits. And there is no section for law when you go even quote to take back up the action of the Zoological Republic government. You understand? So that is why we, the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, the state actor for the restoration of Biafra, we have been doing everything possible to make sure, say, we maintain what we are known for. We maintain our mode of operandi. We get to do with law abiding. That is why we are fighting against anybody or group of people who have come to infiltrate. So
Checkmate.
that is why we go against them. Sorry, my people, the network don't go off. So sorry, light don't go off. Thank God I get mobile data. So we'll just continue with our mobile data while they go put on the light. So that is why we dey fight against whosoever yes, that is why we dey fight against whosoever when they say Mazi Mazi Benjamin, good evening, sir. Wow. Well done, sir. Mazi. How are you doing, Mazi? Mazi, we love you so much, and you know it. Thank you very much. So that is why we dey go against everybody or anybody or any group of individuals who will come change our mode of operandi, who will come take they lawless, we know come they law abiding, we come do things yaga yaga, we know come they coordinated. That is why you see say even when people they try to use the word say they are not fighting themselves, they are not doing this, they are not doing that. We don't listen to them. Do you know why we don't listen to them? Because we know what we are doing. If not that we stood our ground against these people, by now you cannot go and call Ozekome. Make Ozekome come they defend you. You know, if you go call Ozekome, make Ozekome come they defend you when you are lawless. Exactly. So, what is they call her? So now, so the matter they go since then. So some people they try to change the word, like they are fighting themselves. Is it how you are going to get Biafra? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Let everybody who want to participate in the Biafra restoration. Let them participate in Biafra restoration. We have been doing this, what do they call it? Enlightenment. Even Nnamdi Kanu have been doing it. He don't do it. And Nnamdi Kanu now give us that knowledge. Say no. There are people who will claim to be part of the Biafra struggle, but their aim not to come destroy, excuse me, the Biafra struggle. Like for example, when Devil Man thought say they will create para government for inside Ipob. How you now feel say wetin make and use the word parallel government inside Ipob? Is it not to come as a friend? Is it not to come as a brother? Is it not to come as a fellow freedom fighter? As a fellow freedom fighter, like I'm with you, but meanwhile they are there for another mission. They are there for another mission. So Mazi they cannot use the word when many talk when they come. Settle with this one. Settle with this one. Mazi can say, if you know anything that you can do to get Biafra, do it and get us Biafra. Now, if some of these people they try to misquote that word of Omadike, say, if you know what to do to get Biafra, go and do it and get Biafra. Then they will come. They're not going to go for the Biafra restoration. No. Before you know it, they're going to throw attack on Ipob, throw attack on the structure, throw attack on Nnamdi Kanu, go against every miss and every strategy, every attempt of Ipob to move forward. Every attempt for Ipob to make headway will be their number one target to the go against. The last time I discussed with somebody, that video when I say I share. After I discussed with that person, now I do that video when I share yesterday. So the person they talk something. They talk something about it was an Igbo man that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was Igbo people that sold Nnamdi Kanu. Igbo people that sold Nnamdi Kanu. Now they tell the guy say, oh my God. This life, they don't start again. What these people, what are they causing on again? So now I come to say, who you expect to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who you expect to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Now an Robo man or a Yoruba man or an Hausa man? I can't go to the extent to explain to the person say, who saw Jesus Christ? Of all the record of betrayal on this planet Earth. On this planet Earth, who saw them? Is he an outsider? I said, no. I said, my brothers, you there here now. Me and you there for here now. I cannot say you. I'm not going to draw map when they capture you. Do you know why? He said, no. I said, because I do not know you. I said, but your closest friend can draw a map for your enemy. For example, you get enemy when you want to take your life or say anything. Now, closest friend to you, like police want to catch an armed robber, for example. Police want to catch a kidnapper, for example. They catch them through somebody when they say, is it they aware of the kidnapping or when they gather the kidnap together? Some people, they hold them, mama, they hold their papa, they hold their sister in order for them to catch that same person when they say that they get from. I said, Judas Iscariot was one of the most populous Jesus Christ, what is it called? Disciple. And even Jesus Christ tell us, say, some people, somebody there, and when they say go betray me. Jesus Iscariot was among the one of the person who thought, say, God forbid, but he said, he no go, what is it called? He no go feel betray Jesus Christ. So I use many things to make example for this our brother. So the reason why I dey talk this thing, it get to do with people. Each time when they say we dey talk something, they go say, why not focus on the struggle and leave whosoever that want to fight for Biafra and let them fight for Biafra? Why are you fighting yourself? Some people, they use that one, they give excuse to justify the evil that these people are doing. Let's assume IPOB have not been law-abiding, my people. With a high-profile man like Mike Azakome, a senior advocate in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, will he be defending Homadike? Do you know that Sen Ozekome could stand this strong and boldly to be defending Homadike because he have gone through every activities of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, the state actor for the restoration of Biafra, and he have gone to find out that we have not gone against the law. We have not done anything when they know we go against the law. With somebody high-profile man as Barrister Ife Omote, Mazi, Barrister Alo Ejimako, and many other of them in that place, would they be standing and be defending IPOB and defending what is it called? Defending Mazi Kanu if we had go against the law? The answer is no. And this is the envy that the enemy want, the way that they envy us. This is the area that they are targeted at. That is why you are seeing all this manner of things to make sure say we come out for line, to make sure say we get frustrated. To some extent, BBC also want to create an avenue to give another impression that could maybe the international body will come see and say, okay, these people don't go into violence. But all these things, people see check and they see and say, no, these are what do they call them? There is no proof yet. Because up until today, these people are still very much harmless. They are still very much harmless. In the era of ESN, they don't want to talk about that side. Because we have proven we don't prove overwhelming evidence when it shows say we get right to get security network like ESN. Because it get what session where it there for law, when they call self-determination, which up until now, before ESN establishment, there is video evidence, picture evidence of killing, raping, all manner of things by the elders, Fulani herdsmen, which international TV what do they call it? They broadcast about them. But they call it elders farmer clash, header farmer clash. So these people have tried every mix to make sure say we come up for this line of law abiding, even if we know that Nigeria is a lawless country. I mean, the Zoological Republic is a lawless country, but our struggle have grown beyond only dealing with the Zoological Republic as a country. As it is now, we do not just need only the Zoological Republic to validate anything we are doing. No, we do not even need them now to validate anything we are doing. So that is why we know they put into consideration whether they are, we know they think and whether they are lawless or they law abiding. We know that it is not only in their jurisdiction, you know, therefore only their power to decide how you want to be passed. They have more to lose by keeping Nnamdi Kanu, by continuously maltreating Nnamdi Kanu, by continuously doing what all the ill-treatment what they do to Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra at large. They have more to lose than to gain. It is only time, and that time has come for every one of us to rejoice, to celebrate for all these things we did not do all this year, and we have been able to jump and pass every bomb, to criminalize us, to do all manner of things, to make us to go gaga, make they take provoke or every provocation. We don't manage to jump and pass all their attempts. That is why this broadcast today is titled Rejoice Biafra, because you have defeated all your enemy in all ramification. Before now, you can see how the infiltrators, both in the Nigerian government and some individuals who are on the media, how they have been recently frustrated because they don't know how come IPOB they jump and pass all this bomb. That is why you see when they come on media, they particularly they call some people name, some individual name, but unknown to them. When our leader, when some of us they talk at that time, there are many Nnamdi Kanu in as far as Biafra struggle is concerned. Now so it see be, there are many Ima Powerful, there are many Chinasa Woru, there are many Chika Dozim, there are many duplicates of every member of the Directorate of State. In that place, you see when the thing, every of our tents no work, they go to say, who be these people when they counter this thing now? How this thing they neutralize us? How they neutralize all our tactics? You go see they call the wrong gaga. They call they say Abbas in Kuwait. This one in so place. That one in this one. Each time you see that kind of craziness, each time you see that kind of massive attack on Mazi Sanworu or Mazi Kadozemu or Ima Powerful, just knowing that they must have tried something. They must have made an attempt to make sure that they change the narrative. But because IPOB is the master of the own master, with they neutralize all their plan, the next 3 days they will come outside, they will go gaga. The next 3 days they will come out and go gaga. Everything when Barrister Sen or Zakome they talk, every one of us know say, if they quote the law, we get to do the as in the templates where they guide the Zoological Republic. As somebody when studied law, even deeply in his heart, he knows say the Zoological Republic they not their law abiding, but he's doing it by setting the record straight. He's doing all those things. As he go there documented, he go make many questions go there for the Zoological Republic to answer. Because our case, our Nigeria case, it will not be so. They not be Nigeria. They will forget judge them. It will be judged internationally. Our matter and Nigerian matter, it will not even be judged in ECOWAS, because ECOWAS have been silent. They have proven that they're incompetent to do and perform their duty in that place. So it will not even be judged in ECOWAS. That one judge that women can easily carry Ghana must go and bribe anybody that want to bribe in that place. As a matter of fact, this matter now, it don't put Britain in a very big mess that they are today. It don't put them in a very big mess. There is no escaping route for any of them. The Nigerian government, the Britain, which is the whatever, whether not colonial master they call it, when they head all this persecution against the Biafran people, the infiltrator, there is no any escaping route for them. You can see the frustration everywhere. Like Mike Ozekume said, he said, despite Nnamdi Kanu is still being held in the DSL dungeon, millions of people are still listening to him, still obeying him, still following the rules and regulations we been people. So what is the essence of holding this person? What is the essence of holding this person? Let me tell you, it's only somebody who do not own something that will watch that thing to destroy. For the past years, all the people when they don't come as a president, even if they have not done enough, but to some extent, they don't put some interest as of Nigeria. Let me say Nigeria, the name Nigeria, the zoo. To some extent, they don't put the name Nigeria. Because bad as it bad, person like Obasanjo, he know that Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914. But bad as it bad, he still see Nigeria as his own country, as his own land, Ogun State, where it comes from, is in his own land. Goodluck Jonathan, now in land. All the what they call them, when don't ever come, especially from the south, they always see that place as their own land. Now check since the pedophile of a man called Buhari get into power and is a migrant, is a foreigner. There are people who migrated some years ago and were given a portion of land to settle. Check under his as in under his regime. Check what and what when they say it don't go on for that place. Check what and what how the country had become as in the country can't go from bad to worst. It's more like from fry pan to fire. Every sector of that country when they put as a body, as a pillar, when they wake country, all of them have collapsed. All of them don't collapse. Just yesterday, yeah, my people. They say because ESU go strikes is how many months. They not feel reach to an agreement. Now they don't break ESU to 3 places, or some 3 group of people don't emerge inside ESU. When they can't give rights and certificates to go run school. And this is the strategy of divide and rule. When they affect us as generally as a country, as in the Zoological Republic. This divide and rule tactics is not only just done as in what do they call it, dividing by states. It has also gone to the extent of dividing students in the Zoological Republic. In the Zoological Republic, there is nothing where group of people don't togetherly do since the regime of the pedophile Muhammad Buhari, when RIP for Saudi Arabia, since the regime, nothing when Nigeria don't collectively do when they say go come to achievement. You rather see them go they bribe some individuals when go come be betrayer, go come be backstabber for bloody lights. When go come put their personal interest instead of the collective interest. They will not put their collective interest. You see them taking picture. And if they want to do this thing, my people, the most painful part of it is, if they want to do this thing, they will do it with a Sataner. Sataner will always be at the forefront. To be the negotiator, to be the mediator, to be the one to go there for the position to circulate money. Be the one to the position to call one lecturer to the another. To be the position to go organize the youth. To be in position to go and do anything that has to do with corruption. It will always be the Sataner. The people who majorly be the destruction of this thing. They go there behind what they call it, behind the scene. Why the Satan man, whether na Yoruba man, whether na Igbo man, whether na Urobo man, whether na Ishekiri man, whether na Efik man, whether na Ijo man, now they go come there for front, and they can come be the state actor. You go be like saying now they the poverty there for their body parts. You go see they run from pillar to post, they run kitty, they run kata to make sure say the divide and rule system they go do and well. You go like way. Let me tell you, the destruction of the Zoological Republic now something where anybody not go feel redeem. For the history of Nigeria, let even talk from since Nigeria gets independent in today. What we are saying today, we have not seen it before. We have not seen it before. The person will be running mates with Jagaban. He talk and say, this their regime, say they go rule like the way Abacha rule. He made the statement for national TV. He said they won't bring the method and the way of about it. It means say even the one on the seat today, so now church play compared to when we finally, if eventually we get power, which they are going to get it. Every one of us know that. I think we'll not go near them. So, when they try to talk today, they say, in all ramification, in as far as you are a Biafran and you are in this struggle, you have defeated all your enemies. You have been doing the right thing from the beginning. And you continue to do the right thing. And that is why it has given you an upper hand to put your enemy where they belong. Do not listen to whatever person, individual or group talk when it look like you have not been doing it right, or what do they call it? You don't make many mistakes. They have come and correct those mistakes. Do not listen to them. If you have been following your mind, you have been law abiding, you don't be obedient to this structure and method of how IPOB have been operating, and you have been this successful to this level you are today. It is not a fox for every section, not just in the Zoological Republic, even internationally, to discuss about Biafra and Mazi and Kanu. Yesterday, I saw an article written by Mazi Kanu. It was a very short article like this. I shared it. He said, Catholic Church, it had to do with Catholic Church. Excuse me. Catholic Church, na where Father Mbanka for they do worship is a father in that place. Every one of us know say this adoration ministry, so no, they in a Catholic church, but the same person will go there, go organize, go do, come make adoration ministry, come they large and big the way it did like this. Na Father Mbaka. This adoration ministry, so not be the first place way for the gather. I tell them yesterday when they do my broker, I say it get people when all you did they are to gather crowd. As a matter of fact, person like Father Mbaka cannot be easily be expelled from places like Catholic Church, because he head with the gather crowd. The only frustration where they go fit they give Father Mbaka now to the carry and they go another place where member never dey. And me go build there. They can't go where member not there. Go build. They can't go where member not there. Go build. You understand? But say somebody like Father Bank, may they just expel them totally. It go dey very difficult. Now, not be that area I want to talk about. I want to talk about the structure, the law, the templates that guides Catholic Church. Una no say Anglican break out of Catholic Church. Una no say many Pentecostals that you are seeing today. Some of them were priests or ordained Reverend Father in the Catholic Church. But today, Catholic Church still remain the, as in, what do they call it? Should I say the most, what do they call it? Recognized, or the largest, or the most, as in all ramification when it comes to anything that has to do with church. Anywhere in the world, you might not find Pentecostal, but you must definitely find a Catholic Church. Now, they have rules and regulations that guides them, which is the foundation, which is their structure, their templates. Despite all the breakaway, he never touched, he not touched the foundation of Catholic Church. And that thing now mystery. Now mystery. And if you check so very well, my people, you'll find out that recently, in this our own generation, when me and you did so, you find out that it is only IPOB. Despite we are EGCOG, we are the only people who have also have something where they similar like that. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could boast of saying it go take you altogether all the years, 160 years, for you to even penetrate, not to talk of saying you want to destroy him. Some of us do not know. Some of us do not know the value or the importance of having a structure. Some of us do not know. As powerful, as popular, as vocal as Father Baka could be, or that he is, when the power that guides Catholic Church, when they invoke on him, he has no option. The power that guides Catholic Church, which is the template, they will not read the rule and regulation give you. When they invoke it on you, you don't have no choice. Is it that you follow the rules, say leave, go another place, or you are expelled? It's as simple as that. Catholic Church do not owe anybody apology. And it will not stop if Father Baka is being expelled today, for example, which I know say not because you'll be easy something, maybe from Catholic Church. It will not stop Catholic Church from functioning. It will not stop Catholic Church from functioning. Catholic Church will continue to function, just like Ipob. I met somebody yesterday. He was talking about Bridget and Co. I told him that Bridget and Co, they are rebels. I said they are rebels. I said they rebelled against Ipob. He talked about Reverend Father. I said they are all rebels. I said, wait till they keep every one of us to go, including you that is standing today. You still have the mouth to be shouting about Biafra. It is because we have structure. As block, as smelt the cake rich. Therefore, they pour cement on top of water now. Make they can do bridge. Why did they go dig down the sea to go cast the foundation of bridge? Why did they cast the pole? The pole? Why did they go down the sea, go cast them? Block, smell the cake. They for spray them for inside water on top of the sea. Like maybe make I use Niger Bridge on Onitsha Air Bridge, for example. They for not put all those pole, all those foundation. They for you go there, pour cement just from Asaba there. Pour and go reach on each other. Then leave and then make more to the person. May not get those things where go hold on for the dam. To cast all those poles. Do you know how many days and weeks and money where they keep? Ask yourself. Bad as it bad. Up until now. I know say even places where people when they behind Anglican, they probably make an attempt to destroy the foundation of a Catholic Church. That is why you see say it's almost similar. They almost similar. Now just little difference. Now they there. They also make an attempt. Just like the story in the Bible. To some extent, they also, the devil, Lucifer himself, will also try to remove God from his seat. It means say, even in heaven, there are rules and regulations. If Lucifer could be thrown from heaven, come earth, it means say he has gone against the rules and regulations in the heaven, according to the Bible. If it's not important and it has not stand of a great benefit for us as a people, why are all of them, why are the enemy against the structure? The enemy they have even make Ipob structure, the Directorate of State, even more popular than the way most people can't get to know what is DOS and what they stand for, what it means through the enemies. That is why it took us hard working to enlighten our people, because so many people were just hearing about DOS. Some people think that DOS and just one person or two people. It takes us hard work to tell them, no say, now they be the body, now they be the foundation, now they be the structure, now they be the decision making, now they be the government when they for the affair of the restoration of Biafra. Biafran people, let me tell you one thing. The all these things when you see today, so it take an extraordinary person when you get spiritual eye as a Biafran, for you to understand this deep to this level when I explain to you so. If you are a weak-minded person, you will not understand and you cannot be patient to wait for this kind of achievement. That is why you see a lot of them, they fall apart. Make us shock some of us. Do you know some of these people that have been expelled from IPOB? Some of them that probably there for suspension. Some of them who were not being allowed to enter join IPOB family. Like one guy when he say they do, he go to slash he do for this thing where Mazi Metusela and Mazi Mark disgraced the other day. Do you know that these individuals and group of people, they put more of their effort to make sure IPOB never succeed for the restoration of Biafra than fighting for the Biafra itself? Yes, I they talk out of experience. Because each time you probably you confront them one-on-one, wait till you go for the year. Is the IPOB not divided now? Is the IPOB not divided now? Is a quarter for what is it called? A quarter for not on their will not be quarter for Okafor, Madam Okafor, Bridget Okafor, and Reverend Father, and the convention Kanuta, that is a Kingsley, the convention Kingsley, the conventions of people, is it not divided? So their aim, their target, what they want to see is to see, because they are no more there, because they were expelled, because they were not allowed to be among the family, their targets, what they gonna make them feel happy, what they gonna make them feel good, is to see IPOB destroy and not function, not function again. Not to function again. The disadvantage of IPOB not being in existence, they not there for their brain again. They have not put in their ego first. They have not put in what is it they call that their word. They won't make their word called they fulfilled like it's a prophecy. Probably they must have bragged to their wife. They must have bragged to their husband. They must have bragged to their family. They must have bragged to friends. They must have bragged to relative or colleague that watch and see how IPOB will destroy. So they are putting more of their 100% energy and focus to make sure IPOB destroyed than even talking about the Biafra itself. Because they want their prophecy to fulfill. For them to say, whatever I say, it comes to pass. Just for only this, for their ego. Biafran people, let me tell you something, my people. If nobody have praised you, IPOB family member all over the world, if nobody they praise you, praise yourself. If nobody give you accolade, give yourself accolade. Those who stand and believe on the template of IPOB, if nobody they give you accolade, give yourself accolade. You have put your enemies where they belong. Imagine you allowed yourself to be tagged terrorists a few months ago. Where would you have been by now? When the enemy was on rampage, that if you don't want to be tagged a terrorist, that you should step aside. And you stood your ground. You said, no, we are not terrorists. Self-determination is not a crime. We use superior arguments to put them where they belong. Today, are you not seeing the benefit of not allowing yourself to be a terrorist? Are you not? Are all the benefits, are they not displaying? Are they not playing out? Nigeria is under reception today. IPOB family member all over the world is to stop you to achieve this victory that you are seeing today. Nigeria go under reception today. Nigeria can no longer fund educational sector in Nigeria and the zoological republic called Nigeria. It is because of you. They've spent all their earned money. People bought mansion in the United States. People bought mansion in the United Kingdom. People as in they got money for the federal government of the zoological republic, ruled by the Janjaweed migrant from Sahel, just to destroy you. You are mighty, but some of you do not know how mighty you are as an indigenous person of Biafra. You are fighting in all fronts. Only through the lecture you got from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you could stand these people in all fronts. You could stand them. International media, local media, infiltrators, Nigerian government, the British government, and their allies. You stood them and you fought them with all fronts. You were not specifically, you were not giving, they not give you special treatment to do all this. Just from the lecture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you could understand all their tactics and you stood your ground against them. Do you think they are happy? Do you think they are happy? No, they are not happy. As an indigenous people or person of Biafra, if you are walking, walk with your head high. You are mighty. You be mighty. You damn mighty. We don't have any government who is bankrolling us. You and I, we are the one bankrolling ourselves. That is why our source of income can never run dry. Look at the way they are disgracing themselves in the Zoological Republic. Look at the disgrace that have fallen upon the infiltrator. Look at the mess that the British they did today. Look at the mess that they are today. Only this tiny IPOB, just tiny like this. In a reason you are mighty, but let's describe it humanly. You have put in everybody in their place. You have regained your balance. You have regained your balance. Nobody can come and say IPOB is shaking. No, IPOB is not shaking anything. Nothing is shaking that when you are out, you are out. Nobody can come outside today to tell you that Catholic Church is shaking. What is shaking it? Nothing is shaking Catholic Church. Even if anybody in the Directorate of State is misbehaving, you will be kicked out. Structure is structure. No individual carries Directorate of State. There are already a template that guides it. And that template is for the movement itself, not for individual. What IPOB cannot do does not exist. What you, indigenous people of IPOB, the state actor for the restoration of Biafra, what you cannot do does not exist. Now me tell you, Wakame yo make the shakara, they make yanga. What you cannot do when it comes to fighting your enemy does not exist. Check all of them. Have you seen any of them who are left IPOB who are not talking out of frustration? No, just check out the whole media. You don't see any of them when they come up for IPOB, when they talk out of frustration. None. All of them are talking out of frustration. Both the young, the old, the middle age, all of them are talking out of frustration. Man and woman, they are all talking out of frustration. Look at it. if you are not doing anything, or all their attempts to render what you are doing useless, if you know they backfire them, or you have not put them in their place, they won't be saying anything. You won't be seeing those frustration in them. No, you won't be seeing it. You do not allow yourself to be brainwashed. You did not drop or betray the hope you took out of your stupidity or ignorance or selfishness. You stood your ground. You believe in what you start from the beginning. You believe, and that is what makes you more human being than these individuals. Yes, you are more human being than them. But because our leader say the ability for you to reason and think critically, that is what makes you human. So if you lost the ability for you to reason and think critically, you are not lesser than human being. You are not a lesser human being. If your ability to reason and think critically have left you, you are not lower than a human being. Nigeria today, the federal government of the Zoological Republic today, they want to make it look like Mazi and Kanu is their problem. They are the one that use their two left leg to go and make Mazi and Kanu and Biafra agitators as their problem. In a real sense, if they are really people who really mean well, they want the unity of Nigeria, like the way that they use and say they talk. Nigeria unity is not negotiable. Nigeria this one is not this one. Nigeria this one, they know what to do. But why would they do anything to make Nigeria to be a better place? They wouldn't want Nigeria to be a better place. Because Nigeria to be in the level or more worse than it is today, it's for their own advantage. One of the political elites, I cannot remember his name right now, he said, where our votes go come from, now remote area, where there is no lights, there is no social media, they are not, as in most of the place, maybe na Kanu or na tiny road or na walkable road. Those are the places our vote will come from. And you ask yourself, why are they so confident of getting votes from this remote area? Because no light, no internet, they are not exposed to anything. The only information that when we go get to these people, now where individual go use leg or motorbike, you go park a car for maybe how many miles ago, then you come enter Kanu, come paddle Kanu, go that place, go talk to the village people. They don't know what is going on. So if these people now know, say, these are the area where we will continue to get vote for, do you think this kind of people will want light and electricity and internet to get to that kind of area? No, Biafran people, they ask now. If they know, say, this area, now they get their votes, say, maybe to be and co, maybe they go for social media. Say, when the time come, say, they know where they get their votes. Those remote areas, where internet not there, where anywhere not there. Say, by the time they go bring all those votes, come counter. He said, people be on go the land. If these people get this mentality for their head, would they even make attempts to bring any development of those kind of community? The answer is no. That is why even cities in the Zoological Republic are decaying on a daily basis. Cities in the Zoological Republic are decaying on a daily basis. How many cities in Nigeria when you go fit point at? How many cities in Nigeria you fit point at say they renovate? No city is being renovated in anywhere in the Zoological Republic. No cities. Apart from federal capital. When we say that they do for that people because they don't say that they're not their own. No city or town is being renovated in the Zoological Republic. Everything they get, they go decay. Favor, lock the door for me, please. Favor, lock the door. No city, they decay. No city is being developed anywhere, for the zoological republic. Because the more the cities that they did the way that they, to their own advantage. To their own advantage. I used something to make example that day. I said Nigeria have more population than Ghana and some other African countries. But do you know, if you Ghana comedian, excuse me, all those activists, all those what do they call them, content creators, if they drop video for 24 hours, you go check the view, you go check the reaction. They get more reaction than those content creators in the Zoological Republic. Do you know why? The internet and light, they're more accessible for them. Even, you know, get you want poor rich for Ghana, you get access to light, 24 hours of light. You get access to internet. Bad as a bad rich. I'm not saying this, but you get access to light, you get access to internet. But in the case of the Zoological Republic, it's not like that. As a matter of fact, they make and for just to punish some sector of the country. Then they go even increase the data so that they go get more frustrated. They don't go even want to go that place to go see what they happen. They don't want to make their mind they develop. Every other country, they want their people mind to they develop. Biafran people, IPOB, like our Supreme Leader have said, he said, before we came, there was no like us. And when after we are gone, they will wish we live forever. There is a big revolution in Burkina Faso that took place on the 30th of September. When the Black coup, they overthrew the present government. And the government went take over. They raise up Russian flag instead of France flag. We are very lucky. Our generation is lucky. Not just only because we are going to restore freedom for our people, for ourselves, for our people, but look at the kind of beautiful history that will be written even after we are gone. That generation upon generation will come and study. You are the reason for their wokeness, not just for the Biafran people, not just for Africa, but the whole world at large. You are the reason for their wokeness. You are the reason. Some of you might not understand. Why revolution now? When was the second World War fought? Why is it now that Omomadike now came to preach the gospel of redemption? Why is it now that you are agitating to be free? That every other African country want to be free? That every other continent want to be free? Why? When they talk say Second World War, Africa not take place for, they not take part for that Second World War. As a matter of fact, Africa was a safe haven at that time. Why now? It is our time. Yes, Mazi Agnos Magduka. It is our time. It is our time. So I can continue on and on and on and on and on. But let me leave it here. I specifically came today to come and let you know that you have defeated your enemy. Rejoice. Because now people say, now who say thank you for good when you do for them. Now you go get another good. Rejoice and praise God for all that he has done. Praise God for all that he has done and the one that he is here to do. Rejoice, for you have been able to sustain and protect what you believe on to this extent, to this level today, that you are beginning to see the fruit of your labor. Rejoice, Biafran people. Rejoice. Remarkable time in the history. Thank you so much, Sister Nkiru Lorenta. Remarkable time in history. I'm a mug. My name will be mentioned. Yes. Your name will be mentioned, Sister Loretta. Name will be mentioned. Ali Ugo name will be mentioned. Mazi Agnus Maduka name will be mentioned. Are we not lucky? Udoshi. So Biafran people, that is the message I have for you today. And I believe, say, this message will touch you where it's supposed to touch you, so that you can do more, so that you can be more prepared, so that you can be more resolute. You are not work in vain. You are not working in vain. No, you are not working in vain. Anybody that tells you that you are working in vain, tell to that person face, say, I am not working in vain. I'm seeing the fruit of my labor. Tell to that person face, I am seeing the fruit of my labor. They are manifesting on daily basis. Where would you have been if not for your resoluteness? Where would you have been by now? Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. Even as the attack road, they go meet Niger. Niger say, I'm gonna get out with this on a road. We just want to be France. Oh, you're gonna get out. May see how these people useless. They carry Nigerian money. They tie road. They go Niger. They won't do fine face for Niger. They won't make Niger call support. Then Niger they say, I beg, go on and shift to. I said like this, we don't even need all this colonial master. May they get out. Everybody deserves to. Nobody have monopoly to marginalize or to oppress anybody. Now only no get property, now go misuse them. Who get property go manage and way. If you think in your imagination, that is why I'm telling you people, nobody can redeem Nigeria. Because there are some people in Nigeria that you cannot coexist with. And the reason they say they are not indigenous. They are not indigenous. So they cannot manage the country the way you and as an indigenous will manage. They can never put the interest of the country first because it is not theirs. Some people want IPOB destroyed in a trickle of fire. They want DOS destroyed in a trickle of fire. They want Biafra struggle destroyed in a trickle of fire because they have not labored for it. They have not spent 1 minute of their time to labor for the restoration of Biafra. So they want it destroyed in a trickle of ice. But if you have labored, if you have lost, if you have done everything humanly possible to make sure Biafra they restored, when you see somebody who want to come and when one come as form of destruction, you will look like a lion. You go there crazy. You want chop human being raw. That is how you feel. That is the feelings. So let us leave it here. After this broadcast, go about your this thing. They walk out with your head high. Continue to engage them. Continue to stand your ground. You are not forcing anybody to believe in your ideology, and let nobody force you to believe your ideology. Are you fighting to destroy anybody? No. You are fighting to be free as a people. It's different from people who are fighting to destroy you. We are not fighting to destroy anything. And that is why we have been this successful. So I love you all so much. They've all failed, not just Ekperima. All of them have failed. All of them, they belong to the category of the enemy I'm talking about. They've all failed. They've all been put to shame. You can see the frustration everywhere. So that is how it is. You have listened to Barrister Ezokume speech, not just only to read down. You can't get confused. If you still want, if you did follow the broadcast from the beginning, you can go back and listen to it. Or the video is on Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor's platform. Go and listen to it there, and so you understand the contents of that letter. so that you will not be misled, or you will not be bullied by enemy to say you are not begging, you are not this, they are not that, because you do not take your time to read the letter, or you do not have what it takes to read that kind of long article, because it's in almost 15 page, a bit 13 page, so it's a lot. So he break them down for that video. Go and listen to it. So I love you all, my fellow Biafran, lovers of freedom, friends of Biafra, people of goodwill all over the world. As all of una know, I will continue to love una. Togetherness. Now we reach this level when we did, and togetherness, we shall enter the promised land, which is the restoration of Biafra. All my DK, Mazi Kanu will be free, because you are holding your enemies in no ramification. You are holding them in their box. See, they are at your own mercy. Your enemy, therefore, at your own mercy. Know this. Your enemy, they are at your own mercy. Now we there for upper hands. So I love you. I love you. And I continue to love you. So I'll leave it here until I'll see you again on my next video. My lovely Biafran people. Okay, 38 pages. Okay, 38 pages. So not everybody go fit take time to read and finish. 38 pages. Meze ebere. So na good night. So we will not go fit take call now. Yeah, if they don't come, say children don't start school. Before you know that they call me, they call they sleep. So we will leave them for you until I'll come on our way again. I love you. Bye. Thank you so much, Ine Lorenta. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And there one